Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. So there's been a little bit of a, faux outrage from the sickos on the AEW side in regards to Rusev cutting his first official promo since he returned to WWE, and effectively he is using the Redeemer, which was his gimmick at the end of his run in AEW. And my response to this is, and some people are like, "Oh, they're stealing shit. How dare WWE do that?" Okay, first of all, first of all, number one, this happens all the time in lots of places. Like television shows, they get moved across networks. Gimmicks in wrestling go to different places. Like TNA did this a lot when they got a bunch of guys from WWE. Also, if you're a if you're a and if you're an AEW fan, you got a lot of nerve complaining about Rusev. I know there's been complaints about Ricky Saints really being Ricky Starks, but you guys got a lot of nerve when and I saw this line saying, yeah, AEW develops talent, WWE buys talent. I was like, what? What? Have you guys looked at the roster? Have you guys looked at the roster in AEW right now? Mercedes Moné is literally the boss Sasha Banks, just a worse version of her. Adam Copeland's not on television. He literally has the same entrance music and is referred to as the rated R superstar. The only difference is he's not Edge. That's the only difference. You bought Will Ospreay and his gimmick from New Japan. You bought Okada and his gimmick from New Japan. I could keep going, like, if you guys want me to. Ricochet, you changed his character up a little bit, but he's still Ricochet. Hey, guys, you're mad about Rusev being the Redeemer, which was the best and best version of Rusev outside. Rusev Day was fun for a lot of us, but it was never going to be like a long-term sustainable thing for a guy who is big and strong and, as big of a massive human being as Rusev is. So it was never going to work. And, what's crazy is the best stretch of Rusev Miro's career was when he was the Redeemer and when he was the TNT champion. And then the minute he lost that to Sammy Guevara, AEW almost forgot that he existed. I know Rusev had some other commitments, and I heard there was some creative differences. But, listen, that's the product of when you give all these people creative control and some of these people just don't want to lose. And Rusev just wasn't used. Okay? Like, I don't get why everybody has to be so fucking mad about WWE. Like, and I know it's happened a lot over there. Like, yeah, some of the NXT people are using like the similar stuff that what AEW was using. It gives and take. But hey, here's a good example for you guys. Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr., changed his whole gimmick over there. He went over to went over from AEW to WWE, and he's been doing fine in NXT. Yeah, Ricky Saints, sure. Ethan Page, all ego, that has been a brand for almost 2 decades. So don't even give me that shit. It's wild to me that so many people got riled up and mad about this and said, "Oh, WWE's stealing somebody's creative." Guys, first of all, that's Rusev's character. Rusev brought that over. He signed on. Some people are even mad about Cody Rhodes. Guys, Cody Rhodes developed his gimmick, the American Nightmare, before he got to AEW. He developed that in Ring of Honor. CM Punk, his gimmick, hey, you used that from WWE, it went back over. This just happens all the time when you're in a creative business, when you're operating and doing television shows and you're doing characters and there's like licensing and this type of stuff. I don't want to hear it about Rusev, especially when you literally had a gift given to you in Adam Copeland. The fact that he didn't sign any and Metalingus was able to come over with him and he still was the rated R superstar. That's the biggest indication that you could ever tell me that, like, hey, creative. It's just you guys on the AEW side, you're just a bunch of hypocrites, man. Just a bunch of hypocrites. Like, be happy that you guys have a company. Be happy that you guys have a major television deal, even if I don't think it's going very well. You just find ways to be mad about the Fed. You find ways to be mad about the Fed, and hey, the Fed's bad. I'm a drone. I'm a grifter. Fuck all you, man. Seriously, like, it's just I complain when things are valid. when you're getting bumped off of when you're getting bumped off of your own major network for Avengers, a movie that was made 7 years ago and it's just a re-air, it's not a new or even fresh or live bit of content, that's a problem. When you're canceling live events, that's a problem. WWE signing Rusev when you couldn't use him for 2 years and using the gimmick that was the most successful for him in his entire career, there is nothing wrong with that. So get over yourselves. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.